Hi everyone, this is Sachin sir. Today we will start with thermodynamics chapter, a completely new chapter. This is our section in heat and energy transfer section of NCERT first year second volume textbook. Already we have seen thermal properties and kinetic theory of gases. Now let us move on to basic concepts of thermodynamics. In this first video we will see some basic concepts like system, surrounding, first law of thermodynamics, and also consequences of first law of thermodynamics, and processes and engines, heat engines, Carnot engine. We will see all those concepts in the next class. See, first, thermodynamics means in your high school classes, even in your PU syllabus, you have gone through two words. One is system and another one is surrounding. See, system is what? System is any body which is separated by entire universe through finite boundaries, okay, finite walls. For example, this pen is also a system, because this pen, internal nature of this pen is separated externally through a closed boundary. Okay, boundary may be any kind. uh, it has to be separated by certain boundary. Okay, there are three types of systems usually in thermodynamics. One is open system. Open system is such a system where both heat and matter exchange takes place. Okay, open system is what? Open system is such a system where both heat and matter exchange takes place, whereas closed system is such a system where only heat but matter exchange don't takes place. Okay, only heat will exchange but matter exchange doesn't takes place in closed system. Open system, both matter and heat exchange takes place, but in closed system only heat exchange takes place, where in case of isolated system no heat no matter exchange takes place. Okay, isolated system no heat and no matter exchange takes place, where in the closed system only heat exchange takes place but matter exchange doesn't takes place. Okay, in open system both heat and matter exchange takes place. See, let us next move on to first law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics is very simple. See, you have a tumbler of water. Let us assume you have a tumbler of water in which a complete it is half filled with water, and you keep it on any stove. Okay, that is completely ignited and it is burning. Let us assume that the fire is giving heat energy. The amount of heat energy given is delta Q. At first you can see some changes in the water surface inside this tumbler, isn't it? That water surface starts moving here and there and it gains some energy. It may be kinetic or potential energy. It will start moving rigorously, tediously. So definitely it will generate some internal energy inside by giving amount of heat. Okay, by giving amount of heat you are generating internal energy, but this internal energy after certain period of time, even though you are continuously giving heat energy to this, if you cover any this lid tumbler with any metal plate or wood plate like this, after some time, if you go on continue giving energy, heat energy, first some energy will be converted into internal energy and remaining energy will be used to move this lid, isn't it? That means what? The amount of energy given to the system is partly used for internal energy and remaining is used to do work on the environment or surrounding. That means what? Amount of heat you are giving, that will be partly used for internal energy and partly used for work, isn't it? That is the thing. That is what first law of thermodynamics. See, amount of energy given to the system is equal to internal energy plus work done or by the system. Okay, that is the thing. So you have to remember this thing. Okay, that is what first amount of heat energy given to the system means the partly it will be used for internal energy and partly it is used for work done. Okay, that is what happens in our regular life. See, if I explain the same first law of thermodynamics in case of isothermal process, in case of isothermal process, okay, in case of adiabatic process, In case of what? Isochoric process. In case of what? Isobaric process. These things usually come in CET and any exams. Okay, first isothermal process. Let us say isothermal process. In isothermal process, the temperature is constant. That means what? Internal energy doesn't change. If you're not providing temperature, how could internal energy will change? Internal energy will remain same. So your energy given to the system, according to first law of thermodynamics, what? Energy given to the system is partly used for internal energy, partly used for work done. Since you are not giving any heat, internal energy will become zero. So amount of heat given to the system will completely converted to what? Completely converted to work done. Where in the case of adiabatic process, we all know that usually isolated system is adiabatic. That means no heat transfer takes place. So first law of thermodynamics becomes delta Q is equal to 0, it becomes delta U is equal to minus delta W. That means internal energy will be negative of work done. Where in case of adiabatic, heat given to the system completely converted to work done. Where in isothermal process. Okay, in isochoric process, what happens? Volume is constant, change in volume is 0, so work done will be 0, isn't it? If no volume change takes place, definitely no work is done. So first law of thermodynamics becomes amount of heat energy given to the system is completely converted to internal energy. Okay, where in the case of isobaric process, no change takes place. Isobaric process means pressure is constant, so amount of heat energy given to the system is partly used for internal energy and partly used for work done, isn't it? This remains the same. But in isochoric process, change in volume is 0, so work done will be 0. Delta amount of heat given is completely converted to internal energy. In isothermal process, internal energy will be 0, change in internal energy will be 0, so amount of heat given to the system will be used for amount of work done. Adiabatic process, change in heat or heat supply is 0, so internal energy will be negative of work done, isn't it? Yes. Okay, see, pause the video or get it slowed down so that you will get better understanding of the concept. Okay, next, some important points to understand in a system. Okay, heat given to the system, if you are giving heat to the system, then definitely heat energy of the system increases. That means positive. If your heat is absorbed from the system or heat is not given to the system, then heat energy will be less than 0, that will be negative. Work done by the system, is always positive. Work done on the system is always negative. Remember this is very important. Work done by the system is always greater than 0, where work done on the system is always less than 0. See, next point, when temperature increases, internal energy of the system increases. When temperature decreases, internal energy of the system decreases. When there is no temperature, no internal energy. When there is temperature is constant, then internal energy will be 0, as we have seen in case of isothermal process. Even in cyclic process, internal energy and final energy is same, so change in internal energy will be 0 in isothermal process. And even in cyclic process, internal energy final initial will be same, so internal energy change will be 0. These are some concepts related to, these are brief explanation of the concepts about system and surrounding. In the next class, we will see processes, work done in processes, and graphs related to process, and later on we will see heat engine, efficiency of heat engine, Carnot engine, etc. Okay, thank you.